The company that we've chosen to do today is PepsiCo. PepsiCo is a larger company that has a lot of brands under it. So that's things like Smith's Chips, Doritos, and Red Rock Deli. So they're different brands. They're all from the one parent company, which is PepsiCo. It's a really big company. We're looking at $63.5 billion in terms of revenue, and that's seeing a 2.3% growth per year, and that was according to the annual report of 2017. It's got its brands in over 200 countries worldwide, so it's a really international brand. PepsiCo's growth rate was sitting just over the industry growth rate in Australia, which was 2.2%. So it's actually growing a little bit harder or higher rate than the industry. And so within the industry itself, potato chips actually account for just over half of all snack foods. So PepsiCo within potato chip is really what we're going to be looking at today.
So we have done also a macro-environmental analysis, a pastoral analysis. We'll start off with the political part. So the two effects of governmental action as an external factor for PepsiCo are the political stability and major economics and improved intergovernmental cooperation. Political stability in Australia provides a growth in major economies, which is, in this case, the growth in the company PepsiCo. However, if there were poor economic performance, it may lead to an unrest in politics. Connectively, the improved intergovernmental cooperation may also improve efficiency in politics. The economic analysis of PepsiCo's conditions are the rapid growth of developing economies and the impact of economic crisis. The political analysis stated that the company has ongoing opportunities from where they can expand from and grow from, and consequently the growth rate for economies is also developing. An economic crisis leads to negative effects in the company and for other companies as well. For example, there may be a decrease in the free trade, and if so, PepsiCo and other companies will still be able to trade and sell goods, but it would be much more difficult for them to achieve their goals. The snack market in PepsiCo is being affected as the consciousness in healthier foods is growing. The more discriminating attitudes about product quality is increasing as well, because it is very hard to reach a healthier rate in this industry, and so they are more conscious about it and want to know about the ingredients and nutritional information. So with each new product, there will be consumers who have a discriminating attitude towards the quality of the product. Technological. PepsiCo is involved in several research and development projects in order for them to offer their customers and consumers a positive experience in the market. The R&D projects include creating new products, improving the product quality, using new ingredients, and also generating a fresh appeal of existing products and their design. Environmental force in the industry highly focuses on business sustainability. It is extremely important that PepsiCo has minimal negative impact on the environment. This can be by changing the material use of packaging, such as not using plastic, but paper. And the legal. Health and product safety regulations and taxes on ingredients are extremely important, and especially in Australia. The regulations are required for all products, thus the level of safety will be met and the product will not cause harm, for example, allergies, or else it would be stated on the product. So PepsiCo must meet the regulations in order for them to be able to sell the products in Australia. Additionally, regulation and taxes on ingredients should also be encountered.
And next up, we've got the new product development plan. We're starting with the new product development strategy. So that's actually figuring out what we're going to do and why we're going to do it. So for PepsiCo or potato chips within PepsiCo, we're looking at shifting, the strategy is to create product differentiation. So create a product that's slightly different to everything that we've got. We want to appeal to consumers wanting to be in better control of their calorie intake. We know, as we mentioned, we have a general shift towards healthier living standards. thanks to social media and government initiatives. And so we want to focus on that growing market. The next step is idea generation. So we've got a lot of different ways that people can be healthier. So that includes basically fewer calories per serve. We can use more whole grains, less artificial colors and flavorings, or someone could just eat less of an existing product. So when we're going through these ideas and screening them and figuring out which one's going to work best, we've actually decided that the option down the bottom, so a smaller serving of an existing product might work best. So we're concentrating on potato chips. It's an existing product, so we don't have to actually create any new ingredients. There's not much new production, anything like that. If we use an existing brand, customers are already loyal to that brand. It's not something new that they're going to be trying. So we're going to sort of try to jump on that as well. So also remember that potato chips are the largest segment within the snack food industry. So if we're creating a smaller packet of, say, potato chips, we're still within that really big fraction. So the business analysis is basically looking at how this fits in with the rest of the business, so the rest of PepsiCo. So by offering a small packet of potato chips, we can create a new product with the same great taste that makes it easy for consumers to control their calorie intake. This links back to product strategy, which is to appeal to health-conscious customers and create a slightly different version of the same sort of thing. Development, this is actually going to be really quite easy for PepsiCo because the chips themselves are going to be exactly the same thing. It's just the packaging which is going to be different. So a small size of packet is what differentiates this product. It means that the development will be focusing on creating a size of chips that contains exactly one serving so that people aren't confused about how much they're actually eating. The biggest hurdle in this part would be actually developing a packet that does contain exactly one serving. So that's basically just working out how many potato chips or how the volume that equals 600 calories a day, sorry, 600 kilojoules. So market testing is basically the 4 Ps of marketing. So place, also product, we know what that is. It's a small packet of chips. The place, we're thinking just supermarkets where they usually are anyway. The price, it's going to have to be a little bit below the regular chips simply because you're getting less product. It's a smaller serve, so the price should be less. Otherwise, people are going to feel ripped off. And the promotion is going to be through a series of TV ads, which we'll have a look at later. So later as in now. So commercialization is basically introducing the product to the public, and that is going to be through TV ads and then just getting it out onto the shelves.
This is a standard packet of chips. You know them, you love them, but they end up on your hips. It can be difficult to control ourselves, we know. A whole packet of chips down in one go. One packet, it's just a snack, right? But you always still lose the skinny jeans fight. Not to worry, you don't have to choose. With a smaller packet, you'll never lose. The same great taste, the same great crunch. This way, you won't spoil your lunch. A single serve size, it's the answer we need. A single serve size, a snack, not a feed.